Hello, welcome back. If you're new here, my name's Victoria. I'm a mum of 5 in the UK. I just wanted to talk about how I used to be quite a take me as you find me type person. I used to let people round whenever they liked, be really sociable. But the thing is, if I let somebody round, I've got 5 children. I do clean the house. I do tidy. You've seen me doing it. But my children live here. I don't want to be that kind of parent who's like, you can't do that, you can't do that, you can't do that, you can't do that at every slightest little thing, because the house has got to look like a show home all the time, like we don't live here, and like the children don't live here. And I used to let people round and there'd be toys out because until I had my toddler, I had 4 young children born very close in age, and people would come round and there'd be toys out because they was playing a game which involved a lot of toys. I had a lot of different boxes and they was having a whale of a time, and perhaps the person had come round with the kid, so I weren't going to say put it away because I'd assumed their kid would want to play the game as well. And nobody ever saw that. Nobody ever saw that the toys were out because the children were playing with them. They more saw it as I was a sloppy housekeeper. Same as we had a Halloween party once, and I put out, when I had only 2 children, and we put out lots of sensory bins with, like, one had sand in with treasure chests they had to dig out, and I had like plastic bags on the floor because of the mess, like tarpaulins down, but paint and pumpkin guts, and just because it was a messy sensory party and the children were really small, that my 2 oldest were really small then, and the parents come and they couldn't just enjoy the time. They just thought I was irresponsible and the house was a mess. And one of them actually found my Hoover out, and I explained it was broken, and they started mending the Hoover. It's like they couldn't just sit and enjoy the party. And whenever you fall out with anybody, the first thing they throw back in your face is the state of your ass. And I just think it's a shame because, yes, we all work hard to keep our houses clean. It's harder for some than others. We all have different standards and all that. But there's so much more to being a stay-at-home mum than being a cleaner. I am so much more than just a cleaner. Oh, this is my son making Kool-Aid pie. He saw it on a recipe on YouTube. Dylan Hollis, is it? Him that makes lots of different recipes throughout history. And condensed milk was in it, and lemon juice, lemon zest, the Kool-Aid powder, and they use something called Cool Whip, Fun Whip, something that's American that you can't get here. So we just whipped up a load of double cream, put that in instead, and it still worked. The texture's still the same as what the bloke who did it in America was. Ta-da! We had to put it in the fridge for about 6 hours for it already though. He's going to try different flavours, he is. But we've got to wait till we go on holiday, because he'll have to go to the American candy shop. See, my house, I want it to be not just a place that looks after me, where I can chill out and relax, where my children can chill out and relax, but a place where the children can be free to be children, where they can cook and make art and get the toys out and play and just be carefree and be children. I do want my house to be presentable, but that isn't what I'm not here to be. That's all I ever do. I'm a cleaning machine. For instance, these doors, I painted them with gloss. I think it was about 1.5 years ago now, and the gloss was rubbish. It just peeled off and made the doors look really, really bad. I've tried painting the door on the bathroom, which isn't in shot here, with emulsion, but my toddler drew on it, and then when I wiped it off, it wiped the emulsion paint off. And I'm finding it tricky finding time to do gloss because it takes so long to dry and I've got a toddler. So I was thinking, why don't I try that self-adhesive wallpaper you can get on Amazon? That's me clear. I heard that the door had to be really, really clean and smooth for it to work. So that's me wiping the door down and see if I can get it to fit. I did buy a roll of self-adhesive wallpaper once. It was a Thomas the Tank Engine border about 12 years ago. My oldest was little, and it didn't stick to the wall. It was B&Q stuff, didn't stick to the wall at all, so it put me off. But I've heard this Amazon stuff sticks. This is my nearly 14-year-old, my oldest. He come to help me. The toddler was napping at the time. That's why we got to have it on. That's why I keep looking around the door, the red room, that's my bedroom, to see if the toddler's all right. You had to do lots and lots and lots of smoothing it down because of all the air bubbles. I had to keep rubbing it and rubbing it and rubbing it to get all the air bubbles out to make sure it was stuck. So he's slowly peeling the back paper off and I'm rubbing it down. This first strip of the door went really, really well. It was the second half of the door where we had to counter in the door handle. And then we fast realised the one roll wasn't going to be enough. So it wasn't like a long strip of wallpaper anymore. The pattern completely went out the window. We was just cutting it however we could to get it to fit the door. And then it's you'll see in a minute, a whole roll still wasn't enough for the door. So I don't know what to do now. We picked this pattern because obviously the landing's green. And my oldest quite liked it. And at the time, we thought one roll would fit one door. So we were going to do a different one on each door. But if I'm going to finish the door, I'm going to need another roll of the same. And then I'll have loads left over to start another door. But that will be even less on a door. So I'll have to buy another one. And it's £10 a roll. So it's really doing my head in that it's like that. I think it looks a mess. But my husband won't let me buy another roll till we know if it sticks. My second son is going to be 12 very soon. So that was me wrapping his presents. And having a little drink in the garden with the toddler. The dog's only tied up because we'd moved the guinea pigs outside and he goes crazy around him. Otherwise, he's not tied up outside. And that's my toddler having a nap. It was a total danger nap that night, but he was too cute to wake. I'm still knitting my dressing gown cord. I've nearly done it now. Sew my lace on. And my daughter's took to taking her baby out in her pram. When I take my baby out in my pram, so that's quite sweet. Yeah, I used to go out a lot because I didn't feel judged in my house or judged by the amount of jobs I had to do weighing down on me, that people, that I was judging myself that I'd not got them done, or I got them done but they suddenly needed doing again and I couldn't keep on top of things. And now I'm really trying to go out because I like going out, not because I'm trying to escape my house. I'm trying to have a more healthy relationship with it and remind myself that mess is neutral. It doesn't mean I'm a bad mum or a bad person. All I can do is my best. And as long as my children are happy and healthy and fed and thriving, and you've got to remember we home educate as well, so that's even more mess and more stuff, then that's all I can do really, isn't it? I had a pristine house before I had kids. Someone even called me house proud, if you can believe that. I know a lot of people won't believe that. And I probably will again, unless it's grandchildren, which I'm looking forward to. My oldest wanted to make brownies. We've never made them before. And they turned out really well. They took 5 eggs. But luckily we've got chickens. And they turned out really well. And really tasty. We went on a walk. And 4 of the 5 children sat up a tree to have the brownies, which I'd packed in a Tupperware box, and to have a drink. So that was quite lovely. Yeah. I don't think we're going to make them very often, but they were nice. So the door, I was hoping to show you a finished door at the end of this. The one big massive strip has stuck to the door. That's not come off. But all the little bits where we tried to patch it on to make it fit, they're peeling a bit already. And it's only been on, it's nearly been on a week. So I don't know what I'm going to do. And I don't know what I'm going to do. If you like that, please subscribe. Bye-bye.